invite you guys for this class today to take a moment and embrace fall. Embrace the colors that are outside. Embrace the representation of everything that you did this summer, all the life that you live, all the experiences you had, and take a moment to just kind of go more internally. Be calm with yourself, be patient with yourself, and we're kind of just doing a cleanse. I like to imagine also kind of we're like a tree, a little yogi spiel here. We're like a tree that we're losing our leaves. So with every breath today, imagine that you're just taking in this new life, this new inspiration, cleansing yourself out. And then as you exhale, imagine yourself losing those leaves that you no longer need, making room for new growth that's stronger and better than before. So with that said, go ahead and come down to a comfortable seated position. And bring the hands to the knees, sitting up nice and tall on the inhale. And then exhale, start to scoot the chest back. Relax the eyes, relax the jaw, and all the muscles in the body. Let the legs become heavy. Breathing in here. And then exhaling out through the mouth. And as you exhale, drop your head forward, bringing the chin to the chest. And see if you can just softly move the head left to right as you remove the tension in your neck and your shoulders. Maybe take this time here to observe what kind of weight you've been holding on to. Without judging any of it or jumping ahead to solutions and conclusions just yet. Just give yourself a moment to observe. As you inhale deep into the neck and shoulder area, try to send the breath deep within the muscles, deep within the tendons. And then as you exhale, imagine yourself letting go of that weight, letting go of that stress. Lifting the corners of your mouth for a little smile on the inhale. Noticing the changes in your body with just a simple smile. All right, exhale, chin to chest, and then inhale, engage your core softly, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, rise that strength all the way up, lifting your head, bringing your gaze forward. Breathing in here. Exhale, grip onto the knees, maybe lifting the knees a little bit, and bring yourself back. Inhale, coming forward, a few cat-cows in seated position. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale one last time, reaching forward. And then exhale, bring it back to center. Extend your left leg out. Then go easy and soft on yourself. This is our first hip opener, so please don't go too far out. Breathing in here, stretching that left foot. Maybe taking a moment to squeeze, release the toes. Pointing and flexing that foot just to kind of working that area in the ankles. Breathing in. Exhale, bring it down. So you're reaching your right arm over your right ear. And then with your left elbow, you're pushing away from that inner left thigh. Bring it down, full side body stretch. Breathing in. Be patient with yourself. Don't go further than you need to today. Inhale back to center. Lift that left leg with your hands and then switch over to the other side. Again, flex and point the feet. Squeeze and release the toes. Moving the ankle around. Breathing in. Back to center. And then exhale, left arm over, right elbow in. Opening up. Deep breath here. Relaxing the jaw and the eyes. Breathing in. Exhale, releasing those dead leaves. Inhale back to center, reaching both arms up. And then exhale, slowly bring yourself into a tabletop position. Spread the fingers as wide as they go. Again, lifting the feet up just a little bit, rotating the ankles one way and then the other. Maybe rotating the jaw a little bit, depending on how your tension is in that area today. Release the toes, big toe all the way to little toe. Softly engage your navel into the spine. Pull the shoulders back and away from the ears, and then roll that tailbone towards the back of the mat. Pushing the hips back, push on the back of the toes, lifting the knees, engaging your core. Exhale, lifting yourself to downward facing dog. Breathing in here. Feeling your feet very grounded and balanced on the floor. Rotating the hips side to side, maybe now going a bit deeper in that side hip stretch. With every breath, cleansing your body. Exhale, releasing what you no longer need. I know that phrase has become very cliche in the yoga world, but try to remove any pre-existing thoughts you have and find a meaning for it for you. Lifting the tailbone up towards the sky, inhaling in. Exhale, dropping the chest closer towards the knees. Releasing the head down. Root to rise through the arms, pushing away from the ground. Breathing in. Exhale, bring yourself forward into plank. Deep breath in here. And then exhale, coming onto the outer edge of your left foot. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Breathing in here. And then check in with your core of your body. See if you're kind of flaring out or moving side to side. And see if you can create one straight line with your chest, your hips, and then your feet by engaging the navel into the spine, pulling that tailbone down towards the back of your mat, and then reaching, extending that right arm out to the side, lifting the hips. We're not going to do too much active positions today, so bear with me here. Let this be what wakes the fire, wiggling the fingers, breathing in. And then exhale, bring yourself back to plank. Breathing here, walking out the legs if you need. And on your next exhale, make your way to the other side. Left arm reaches up. Take your time adjusting, lifting the hips, breathing in. And once you're centered, exhale. Left hand reaches up, lifting the hips, breathing in. Relax the jaw, all the muscles in your face. Do the best that you can to find calm and relaxation. Lift that left arm, bring it back to plank. Big breath here. And then exhale, drop the knees mat width apart. Bring the hips all the way back, little break. Release the forehead to the ground. Finding back your center, finding back your calm. Feel the heart rate. Notice the oxygen entering your blood flow and nourishing every cell as you breathe in. And exhale, letting go. Maybe take a moment to squeeze and release the fingers, rotating the wrists. Maybe even massaging the hands and the wrists. Relaxing the shoulders, the jaw, and all the muscles in your face. Come back to stillness and center, breathing in. And then exhale, bringing yourself into puppy pose. Amazing stretch for the back. You're going to bring the hips so that they're right above the knees, and then drop the chest down. Releasing the chin to the ground. If this is a little bit far past your flexibility for today, which I can understand, you can also bring blankets or pillows to bring underneath your chest, so you're just bringing the ground up to you. And then exhale down. If you cannot put the chin on the ground, then you can just bring the forehead down towards the ground. So whichever one you choose, make it yours. And we're letting the chest become heavy here. We're continuously feeling that extension in the spine first and then the bend. One more breath here. And then exhale with a smile. Bring yourself back up to tabletop, keeping the knees mat width apart. And then pull the navel into the spine all the way up. Breathing in. Exhale, bring it back down to center. Knees come back in. And we're just going to make some little hip circles here. So first starting with the left. Maybe making a full circle all the way back and then over to the right. Try to customize this a little bit to you and your physical habits today. Maybe you want to stay on one side a little bit more. Maybe you want to do figure eights, or maybe you're more into the cat-cow. So whatever you need today, nourish that. Keep in mind the breath, exaggerating the breath, making it deep, relaxing all the muscles in the face, bringing a smile to the face at any given moment, just for a little extra dose of happy hormones. And back to center. Go ahead and curl the right toes under, and then pushing the leg back, engaging the core softly, navel into the spine, tailbone reaches back. Make sure you're not crashing into your wrists. Spread the fingers as wide as they go, gripping into the mat. And then when you're ready, exhale, come into plank, and then switch the legs. Couple breaths here. Start to feel the fire, feel any tension that begins to arise, if any. And do the best you can to use that as an opportunity to breathe into the tense area and create calm. Take back that control in the chaos within your body and your mind. Breathing in here. And then exhale, right foot back, plank pose, deep breath in, bear with me. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Take a moment here, just a couple breaths, really extending the spine first, and then bending it back, equal distribution. Breathing in. Keep the tops of your feet, and then exhale, downward facing dog, stretching the front of the foot. Exhale, release, and to a full downward facing dog. Slowly walking the legs to the center of your mat. Bring the hands over to the legs, the feet, and release the head down. Couple breaths here, feeling the ground in all three corners of your feet, behind the big toe, the little toe, and the center of the heel. Notice where your balance tends to go today. See if you can lift all the toes up. Bend the knees just a little bit, engage your glutes, and then slowly rise all the way up. Notice the balance, really feeling all three of those corners in the ground. Reaching the arms up to the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, drop the toes down and walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, open up. So this is a nice balancing pose. You're gonna keep that left hip pointing forward, and you're going to open the right leg out to the side. Feel free to grab the inner thigh if you need, just to gain a little bit more balance. Bring yourself back into center, facing forward, breathing in. Exhale, bring it back in. Bring it on the inhale, reach that left hand to the outer right thigh. And then exhale, keeping the chest and everything pointing forward. Try to wrap that right leg over to the left. If you're having trouble with your balance, be patient with yourself. Checking in with all three corners of that bottom foot. One more breath here. Exhale. See, I turn to smile at you guys and then I fall. Exhale, bring that right foot back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, drop the hips down. Big breath in here. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Bend that back leg and just bring it forward a little bit so that you can have both feet pointing forward. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, first scooting the hips towards the back as if you want to pull the tailbone towards the back of the mat, creating nice space in that front hip, keeping the spine straight, and then release, bending over that left leg. This is a great moment for yoga blocks to stand on if you need, or not to stand on, but for your arms. Couple breaths here. Releasing the jaw. All right, inhale, bend that front knee, plant the palms into the ground, and we're going to slowly lift that right leg just a few centimeters past the hip height. Breathing in, pushing away from the mat on the ground, bring your chest forward, breathing in. And start to notice all this powerful energy that you've cultivated during summer, all that creativity, that everything that you've created within yourself, around you, physically, emotionally, mentally, the relationships you've built, the people you've met. Breathe into that. Notice everything you've achieved. And then exhale, drop that back leg, turn that back foot, preparing yourself for warrior two, reaching up all the way to center. Big breath in. Exhale, drop the hips down. Feel free to bring that back foot back further if you need. Tailbone reaches down, navel into the spine. Deep breath here. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Front fingertips to the top and reaching up. Deep breath in. Exhaling out. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, forward, high lunge, deep breath in. Exhale, bring it to center. Close the eyes, walk out the feet, shake out the legs if you need, moving the hips, whatever you need to just get rid of whatever you just unblocked. Breathing in. Exhale to stillness and center. Inhale, reaching up. Full body activation. Exhale, bring the hands to chest. Take a moment to notice your heart rate, notice your breath. And then already start to notice that right foot, all three corners. When you're ready, inhale, lift that left knee up. Grab the inner edge of your thigh, and then bring it out to the side while maintaining that centered position on the rest of the hips. Breathing in here. Relax the jaw, the shoulders, scooting the chest above the hips. Engaging through that leg, your whole entire right side is activating, working together to balance out. One more breath here, and then exhale, bring it over to the other side. Grabbing the outer edge with that right hand, taking your time, find a spot to stare at, breathing in, exhaling out. One more breath. And then exhale, bring it back to center. Bring that back leg, pivot your foot, warrior two. Deep breath in here. Exhale, straighten that front leg, bring it forward, bring it down. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Inhale, back to center. Bend that front knee. Reach forward, deep breath in here. Exhale, both hands down, front foot back, plank pose. Deep breath in here. Exhale, bring it down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, drop the knees and bring the hips all the way back, child's pose. Breathing in here. And with a few active moves, try to bring back our intention and our attention on what we've achieved thus far. And like everything that has a cycle, so do we. So if we choose to help outdoor nature work with us, you can use this time when it starts to get colder to go inward to notice, to appreciate, and to heal. Inhale, slowly rise back. Grab a pillow or a yoga block near you. You can go into pigeon pose. You'll need it for underneath your hips. Bring that right knee behind the right wrist, scooting that back leg back further if you need by using your toes. Taking a moment here, breathing in, exhaling out. And before we go all the way down into pigeon pose, I want to invite you guys to first extend the spine forward and then bending back like we did earlier, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then press the top of your back foot into the ground where it lifts your thigh and your knee off the ground. Make sure to create an equal distribution. And at the same time as you're pulling that down, you're also pulling your left hip forward, closer into the ground, and then reaching the chest up. Tailbone is reaching down towards the ground. And you start feeling a deeper stretch in that front left thigh muscle. And when we activate the muscle like this, we're able to actually go and stretch deeper within the muscle rather than just the tendons. If you guys have already taken my class, then you've heard that a few times. One more deep breath in here, pulling the hips down towards the ground, and then exhale, release it forward. Couple breaths here. And I will remain silent throughout the next positions. So I invite you guys for these hip positions here in both sides to be open to noticing what emotions or feelings begin to arise. And whatever you're ready to face, whatever you're ready to embrace, take a deep, loving breath into that hip and releasing what you no longer need. Relaxing all the muscles in the face and continuing to focus on the breath and the hip. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Hands to the ground, fingertips spread. Curl the back toes under. Lift that back knee and then very slowly rise that leg, front leg towards the back. Take your time here, as slow as you can go. Reintroducing movement into that right hip. Use that left leg to ground stable. And when you're ready, full downward facing dog, stretching deeper in the back of the legs, dropping the chest down, root to rise to the arms, breathing in. And then exhale, bring it back to center, tabletop position. And then work your left knee behind your left wrist. Taking your time to adjust. Breathing in. And activating once you find your center, activate that back foot into the ground, lifting that back knee, and then engage that right hip down towards the ground. Breathing in. Make sure your hips are also leveled side to side, so if you've got a yoga block and your left hip is way up high, try not to bring that right hip down to the ground where there's unevenness. So you want to keep the hips even, but feel that activation of that right hip into the ground. Extend the spine and bring it back. Deep breath. exhaling out, bring back that smile. One more breath. And then exhale, bring it forward. Let those lovely emotions flow. Embrace them. Giving yourself a little bit of love. Relax all the muscles in the face and let go. Couple more breaths. Relaxing the body. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Curling the back toes under. And slowly make that front leg back. Bring yourself into a centered downward facing dog. Coming onto the tiptoes, pushing the feet back, getting a nice toe stretch. Exhale, walk the feet to the top of your mat, and then bring yourself down into a nice little boat pose. Keeping that spine straight, first bring the knees up, deep breath in, grab behind the thighs, and then just pull the elbows in, shoulders down and back, keeping that extension in the spine. Now maintaining this activation in the core and that strength, straight spine. Go ahead and bring yourself backwards, lifting the tops of your feet off the ground, and then bring the feet so that they're the same level as your knees. Breathing in here. Extend the arms out. Breathing as deep as you can here. And then exhale, slowly roll it all the way down onto your back for our final deep meditative stretches. So there's only feel good stuff from here on. Exhale, drop both knees over to the left. Make sure both shoulders are relaxed into the ground. Let the teeth up and bottom come apart, relaxing the tongue and jaw, relaxing the eyes and the forehead. This is your moment to really let go. Breathing in. Inhale back to center, hugging the knees, swaying side to side. And then drop both knees over to the right, both shoulders down, extending the arm, breathing in. Inhale back to center, hugging the knees side to side. Go ahead and bring the soles of your feet together and drop the legs. dropping the knees out to the sides. And then with your hands, come to the upper hips and just push the legs away as you lift your chest off the ground. Lift the chest and shoulders up towards the mat and then readjust your head. So you feel that extension in the spine, and then pull the shoulders away from the ears softly. And then release the arms by the side, letting the legs become heavy. And in this position here, I invite you guys to practice being okay with taking moments of doing nothing. Realizing that in this nothing, a lot is happening. Thoughts are flowing free. Your body is restoring. It's not on the go. It's taking time for itself. So try practicing guilt-free pause, guilt-free breaks, to just breathe and process. Check in with your forehead, relaxing the muscles in the forehead. Breathe and relax into the center of your eyebrows, the right eyebrow and the left eyebrow, the eyes, and then deep behind the eyes into that brain. Breathe and relax into the entire brain, the entire muscle, giving it fresh oxygen, giving it a little pause to recalibrate, allowing you to see clearer. And breathe and relax into all the muscles in the face, the jaw, the tongue, both ears, the neck and throat. Really, truly letting go. Relaxing the shoulders and the arms. Quickly rescanning from the top of your head, working your way back to the chest, letting go. On the deepest level of release. Continue down to the hips, the legs, the knees, all the way down to the toes. Slowly bring the knees back together and just let the knees come hip-width apart, and then drop the knees to the left and to the right. A little side body stretch. Inhaling to center, exhaling to the right, and at the same time scanning the body, letting go, breathing in. Let this movement feel really good. Let it be an experience rather than a simple position. Last round. Inhale, center, dropping the right leg straight into the ground in front of you, flexing that right foot, and then squeeze that left knee into the left armpit, activating that bottom leg into the ground. Softening the muscles in the face, bringing back that soft smile if you wish. And then exhale, switch the legs, squeezing that right knee into the armpit. Again, relaxing all the muscles in your face, the jaw. Inhale back to center. Create any last minute stretch that you feel your body needs. Maybe extending the arms above the head, lifting the chest. Be creative. Be kind to your body. And let the movement be guided with your breath. One more breath wherever you are. And then go ahead, grabbing a blanket if you wish. We're going to make this seasonal fall, embracing the cold sequence into very warm and cozy. So if you need to take a couple seconds to go and grab a blanket, feel free to do so. I'm just taking a few breaths here. And as we slowly meet on the ground, allow the legs to go far apart, the arms to spread apart as well. Adjusting the hips, the shoulders, and the head one last time. Bringing yourself into a Shavasana. And I invite you guys to embrace the doing nothing yet again. And give yourself permission that from the start of your Shavasana, on your final deep full body breath in, as you exhale, you will release your entire body and not move until the end of Shavasana. Noticing what kind of thoughts arise, separating yourself from the emotional connection to these thoughts and just observing them as a third-person perspective without judgment. Settling into that thought for a moment, adjusting the body, and final breath here. Exhaling to Shavasana. attention to come back to your body, staying present, staying in that little pause, keeping the eyes closed. Start to rescan the body, starting with the top of your head. Breathe into that area. And we're going to do a full body scan with the breath. And I'd like you guys to imagine that with every breath that you take into that area, you're sending healing, you're sending oxygen, nutrients, whatever that area needs to balance, to restore, and to be as strong as ever. Breathing into the top of your head, letting go with the exhale. The forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the back of the eyes, and the brain, all in one breath, exhaling out. The nose and the cheeks, the upper lip and the lower lip. Relax the shoulders, letting go. Continue the journey with one breath per body section. Keep focusing on the breath, releasing the body. Feeling your nervous system relaxing. Feeling that immune system getting stronger. Feeling those stress hormones completely dissipate. Three more deep breaths into the entire body. Exhaling out through the mouth. And one last breath. Bringing a smile to your face. Exhaling out. Begin to wiggle the toes and the hands, the feet and the arms, all the way, reach arms above the head, opening the eyes, embracing the possibility of a whole new perspective, a whole new mindset that is more aligned with the direction of how you want to feel and how and what you want to create. Bend the knees, coming onto the side, using that bottom arm as a pillow. Bring the knees up, hugging into your chest if that's comfortable for you. And we're just going to take a little moment in fetal pose here. As useless as this position may seem, psychologically it's very helpful for the emotions, stress cortisones. And it's also a little bit more of a calming internal position. So again, embracing the approach of winter, where we all tend to hibernate a little bit more. Again, using this time to just embrace who you are, what you have created, including the mistakes that you made and learned from. One more breath here. Letting go, creating a new canvas. On the next inhale, slowly work your way up into a seated position. Coming to center. Bringing the right hand to the heart space, left hand right on top. And thank yourself for taking the time today to put aside some time and take care of you. And thank you so much for sharing that experience with me as well. My heart to yours. Namaste.